Hello friends, welcome to my channel Runs and Views, your ultimate destination for cricket information. The group stage of Tata IPL 2025 has come to an end and we have all the top 4 teams decided, and we also know who is going to be playing in the qualifier 1 and who is going to be playing in the eliminator. So let us just have a look at what has happened in IPL 2025, and we can also go through what went wrong for all the eliminated teams in this tournament. Now coming to the Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings were the first team to get eliminated from Tata IPL 2025. Did not have a good auction, and that is exactly why at the initial stages of this tournament they were not able to get those big scores which were needed, and their batters were just not able to score consistently. Only Ruturaj Gaikwad and Rachin Ravindra were consistent for CSK at the beginning of the tournament, and all other batters like Rahul Tripathi, Deepak Hooda, Vijay Shankar, Shivam Dube were all letting CSK down. And 6-7 matches got wasted like that. And after that, CSK made a decision. Of course, Ruturaj Gaikwad got injured and he got ruled out of the tournament. And CSK made a decision that MS Dhoni will be the captain of CSK till the end of the season. And unfortunately, CSK finished at the bottom of the table for the first time in IPL history under the captaincy of MS Dhoni. Ayush Matre came in as a replacement and he really turned the season on its head. Of course, CSK still finished at the bottom of the table, but Ayush Matre showed a lot of promise and he also scored 94 runs at the Chinnaswamy Stadium against RCB. And even they brought in Dewald Brevis as a replacement for Gurjapneet Singh, and Dewald Brevis also was the shining light for CSK in their last few matches in the season. So definitely these are some positives for CSK going into next season. Even Urvil Patel scored a quick cameo in the last match against the Gujarat Titans. And I think now CSK are slowly getting their combinations right, but they need to still do some adjustments in that middle order in order to get ready for the next season. But the only reason why they couldn't do well this season was because their batting just didn't click. They didn't have the batters who could do the job for them. And Dhoni and Jadeja are also getting old, and we are not able to expect a lot from Dhoni and Jadeja these days. So definitely I think CSK will need a new brand of players who can play the aggressive brand of cricket, because cricket and T20 cricket are evolving and it is moving on. So according to that, CSK need to take some decisions, and they have taken some decisions this season. And definitely Ayush Matre and Dewald Brevis are very good players for the future of CSK. Next, we come on to the Rajasthan Royals. Rajasthan Royals also, if we see like their batting, they retained Shimron Hetmeyer and Dhruv Jurel this season over players like Ravichandran Ashwin, Yuzvendra Chahal and Butler. And for retaining them, I don't know whether Shimron Hetmeyer and Dhruv Jurel did enough contributions for the Rajasthan Royals. And also, too many run chases where Rajasthan Royals could have won, they messed it up. 5 run chases which RR could have won, but they couldn't win it. And the main reason is, again, the middle order of the Rajasthan Royals was not able to contribute. They were too much dependent on Yashasvi Jaiswal and Sanju Samson, and once Sanju Samson got injured, the dependence went on to Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Now, I agree that Vaibhav Suryavanshi is a really good find for the Rajasthan Royals, and he will be a prospect for the future for the Rajasthan Royals definitely, because Vaibhav Suryavanshi in the few matches which he played, he scored the second fastest century, and he also scored a half century against CSK in their last league match. So definitely Vaibhav Suryavanshi has a good future in him. And again, making Riyan Parag as the captain, I don't know whether that was a good decision or not. Maybe they could have gone with Yashasvi Jaiswal as their captain. So I think there were some confusions there, and overall Rajasthan Royals, their batting just didn't click. Somehow they managed to get 4 wins out of their 14 matches, and Rajasthan Royals avoided the wooden spoon, but still plenty of work to do for them in order to perform better next season. And then coming on to the next team, Kolkata Knight Riders, another team whose batting has just not clicked in this tournament. Their bowling has been great actually. They are having bowlers like Harshit Rana, Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narayan. But even Varun Chakravarti has not had the best of tournaments this year. Even he has been taken for runs. And also, if you see KKR's batting, too much dependence on Ajinkya Rahane and Ankrish Raghuvanshi, who have been scoring 75% of the runs for the Kolkata Knight Riders this season. And the middle order like Venkatesh Iyer couldn't perform this season. Rinku Singh has not been in the form this season. Even Andre Russell, only that one half century he scored against the Rajasthan Royals at Eden Gardens. Apart from that knock, Andre Russell couldn't perform with the bat. So definitely KKR are having issues with their middle order. They released their trophy winning captain Shreyas Iyer, and they also released Phil Salt and Mitchell Stark. And I think those three holes were really big holes to fill for them, and that is exactly why, unfortunately, even KKR also couldn't have a good tournament. They did finish with 12 points, but overall, if we see like a very below par tournament as far as KKR are concerned, and they also couldn't chase down 112 runs at Mulanpur this season, and that just summed up KKR's form with the bat in this season. Now the next team we move on to is Lucknow Super Giants. Lucknow Super Giants also they started this tournament brightly, and it was looking as though LSG are going to qualify for the playoffs when we saw the first half of the season, because Mitchell Marsh, Aiden Markram and Nicholas Pooran were really looking really good for the Lucknow Super Giants, and we thought that this top three is set, and they were also having batters like David Miller, Rishabh Pant, Abdul Samad in the middle order. So we thought, okay, maybe LSG can manage. But then I think towards the second half of the tournament, I think people started sorting out the top three of LSG, and Marsh, Markram and Pooran were not able to score consistently, and suddenly the LSG middle order got exposed too early, and that is why I think their middle order couldn't contribute. And Rishabh Pant also had a very ordinary tournament. He scored 118 runs in yesterday's match, but before that match, only one half century and he scored, and that was against Chennai Super Kings at Lucknow. So whole tournament he couldn't even get into double digits many more often than not. So definitely that was affecting LSG. And also David Miller also had a very below par tournament with the bat. And even LSG's bowling, if we see, Ravi Bishnoi has predominantly gone at about 12 runs economy. Even Avesh Khan, Shardul Thakur, they have not been promising throughout the tournament. So definitely LSG's bowling has also been a concern throughout this tournament. Even Will O'Rourke, if we see yesterday, he conceded 74 runs in his 4 overs, and he was also expensive yesterday. The only shining light for LSG in this season has been Digvesh Singh Rathi. Digvesh Singh Rathi has been really economical. He's been containing the runs and picking up those important wickets. And definitely, I think Digvesh Singh Rathi will be good for the future of LSG. But apart from that, I think they also need plenty of work to do, because they need to somehow manage to get some good bowlers in order for them to win matches. They have lost 5 home matches in this season, and that is really because of their poor bowling throughout the season. And now we move on to another team, and that team is Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now this team, plenty of people expected this team to do really well in this season, but unfortunately it was a big letdown. And I think that is because Sunrisers Hyderabad got too carried away with their baseball approach. They scored 286 runs in their first match against the Rajasthan Royals, but ever since then their batting tapered off in the middle phase of this tournament. And that was because Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head were not consistent at the top of the order. Even Ishan Kishan has been out of form in the first half of the tournament. He scored a century in the first match, but for the next 7 or 8 matches he couldn't even come to double digits. And towards the end of the tournament, SRH finished really well actually. They got 3 wins after the resumption of IPL, and they also scored 278 runs in their last league match against the Kolkata Knight Riders. But during the middle part of the tournament, where SRH had chances to qualify for the playoffs, I think they got too carried away. They wanted to score 300 in every match, and in quest of scoring 300, they couldn't even score 200, and that was becoming a problem for SRH during the middle part of this tournament. And that is why they lost too many matches before they realized that 300 should not be a benchmark for them. So I think that was one of the main reasons why SRH couldn't qualify for the playoffs this year. And also their bowling was also not looking good. Mohammad Shami was a big letdown for SRH this season, and they were not having those quality new ball bowlers to strike at the top of the innings, and even their spinners also were very inexperienced. So all these factors played a major role in SRH not qualifying for the playoffs this season. And coming on to another team, and this team is Delhi Capitals. Well, I don't know what to say about this team. This team also started the tournament really brightly. They won 5 matches out of their first 6 matches, and they were looking really on course of qualifying for the playoffs. But again, towards the second half of the tournament, their batting just didn't click. It was complete collapse actually. Again, all the dependence came on KL Rahul. The middle order batters were not contributing. Karun Nair scored that 89 runs he scored against the Mumbai Indians, but ever since then, even his form dipped a little bit, and it was really suddenly in the second half of the tournament, it felt as though the bowling was not clicking, the batting was not clicking for Delhi Capitals, and eventually in the last 8 matches which Delhi Capitals played, they managed to win only 2 matches out of the last 8 matches. So definitely it was heartbreaking to see Delhi Capitals miss out on the playoff qualification, particularly after winning 5 matches out of their first 6 matches. So these are some issues which the eliminated teams have been having in this particular season of the IPL. Hopefully, all these teams will look to correct their mistakes and get a better team for the next season of the IPL, which will be happening in 2026. But for now, the reason why these teams have failed to qualify for the playoffs is because there have been certain players in their team who have been a big letdown. So hopefully they can correct those mistakes and come with a better mindset and a better team next year. For more exciting cricket content, please like, share, subscribe, and keep following us. We'll be back again soon. Cheers, guys.